Alright, here we are at Pick and Pull. This is a price list. I don't know if you can see it all, but we got a lot of parts and a lot of stuff you can do here. You can end up grabbing pretty much anything off of almost any vehicle if they have it anyways. Now today we're gonna be grabbing some parts off of a Nissan Pathfinder so I can replace them. This here is the yard. They got some tires and some wheelbarrows that you can use to grab some stuff, and here's the office that you come into when you get here, and you just go up to the front desk and you tell them what vehicle you're wanting to grab some parts off of, and you come out to the yard and you grab them all yourself. So it's a little bit of a do-it-yourself mechanical skills and whatnot. And yeah, so we just go down, we find out what vehicle you need and what row it's for, and you go there and you pick it up yourself. As you can see, it's even though it's a rainy day, there's still quite a few people here doing their thing. Lots of rims, lots of parts, lots of vehicles, rows and rows of them. So we're just going to do a little walk around and try to find out which one it is. You can see on the top of the vehicles there's little numbers there, and they're all rowed. And we're going apparently to the very end because we're looking for row 93. Isn't that right, Ashley? We're looking for row 93, right? Okay. So I'll just keep this running for a little while. Probably won't have it running while I'm going through the vehicle unless we get there in less than 15 minutes. But as you can see, some of them are missing pieces, missing parts. So it's a little bit of a hit and miss. Sometimes you find exactly what you're looking for, and sometimes you they just don't have what you want. And I generally don't come here for anything that's too complicated, because sometimes the parts just aren't that great or they don't work. Some of these vehicles are a little old. Some of the newer vehicles you can luck out pretty good and get stuff, but I usually come here for mostly cosmetic items or things like mufflers and stuff like that. As far as complicated components and electrical and things like that, well, sometimes they don't work any better than what you have. There's people in their vehicle there looking through it, trying to pull something out. And oh, I guess we're already here. So 93? Is this it? No, Pathfinder though. Gotta look for a Pathfinder. I should probably go along the back so you can see what these vehicles are. Apparently the one we're looking for is only a couple weeks old. What is this thing here? Jeep. A little hard to tell. We have an SUV and a lot of them look very, very similar. So I have to try and find out where this Pathfinder is. I may have passed it already, maybe, I don't know. Did it have a number on it? No, maybe not. Coda. It's fairly new, so it might be down at the end somewhere. Here we go. A Pathfinder right here. Imagine this is probably the one. See if we can find a date. Definitely looks like the one that I'm looking for. It's a different color though, unfortunately. I was gonna get a lid for mine. Unfortunately, mine's all black interior, so that's not gonna work out very well. But we might be able to get ourselves what I'm looking for, and that would be the switches for the windows. And it's hard to say if it'll work or not, but I guess we will see. So I'm gonna bring my tools over here, Ashley, and I'll see if I can get this going here. Let me try to angle that a little bit better so you can all see. And let's grab some tools. So let's get this sucker pried off here. Nice and easy. There we go. And this part is actually fairly easy. All I need to do is pop off this door thing here. I might actually maybe just take the whole piece with me. Let's see, so I just pop this off. And it does look a little bit different, but it should work the same, I'm hoping. Now I can probably just take off this whole thing here. And this is actually the piece that I need. Not going to need this because it's actually a different color than what I have in my vehicle. It might even be a little bit different. I don't even know if this one piece here will fit in my vehicle. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of MacGyvering later on to get this into mine. But yeah, it may work out all right. This is the part I need right here. So I can actually leave that. And I do need two of them, one for each door. So I don't have anything to mark this with. Do you have a pen or anything?
I do not.
Okay, so I want to keep that.
I'll keep the right, you keep the left, because I'm right-handed, and you're left-handed.
Yeah, okay. I guess, sure, why not? I'll keep the left, and she keeps the right. Okay. And I'll grab this side here. Okay. So, grab that again. And we'll just pop this off. There we go. It's actually fairly easy. These things quite commonly do shut down, and unfortunately they don't seem to be very easy to find to buy brand new. I've looked around and they sell the front door, the whole thing, which is this thing right here, and they wanted $300 for it, and I didn't want to pay that.
How much?
$300 for the front. And I said, well, forget that. And apparently they don't even sell them, the individuals, and they're not for the back, they're for the front, which I think they're probably, they might be the same, they might not be. Sometimes they have a relay for the back ones that the front ones don't work in the back. Although I'm not an expert on these, I'm sort of just a do-it-yourself mechanic. YouTube very helpful with that. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the front panel there. I just have to keep the one I have, so I guess that's that. That's all we're here for. And I did have... Actually, maybe we should try and find that Explorer, because I had some pieces for that too that I wanted. And maybe I can find that. I need a caliper pin for that. We've still got 5 minutes, so maybe we'll take a little walk around and see if we can't find the Explorer ones. I remember they were a little deeper in. I can't remember what row, unfortunately. It was probably about a year ago that I came here for that caliper pin, and I left it in my friend's tool case, and he ended up having to leave town for business, and I couldn't get it off him in that time. So I have to get a new one. I could just go buy it at the store, but this place is much cheaper, and something like a caliper pin it's easy to pull off of an old vehicle, and it's very easy to replace. And it's very easy to see if it's good or not too. So look at all those rims and crappy old tires that you probably don't want. Hard to say. Rims might be good. Some of them might not. Well, I guess these are actually stands for vehicles. It's like they're welded right down. And I definitely can't remember where. Those look like cars back there, so they're probably back here somewhere. You want to go around and see if we can find a Ford Explorer. As you can see, some of these vehicles are quite stripped. There's almost nothing left in this one except half of a fuse box.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, people come in here and they'll take whole engines, they'll take transmissions, stuff like that. I'm not sure how much they sell an engine for here, but some people can kind of tell if they're still good or not. But it's a little risky when you're getting stuff like that. But they do have a return policy, so you can always bring things back. But these vehicles are a little bit, this place is a little bit of a drive for us, so I tend to not want to come back here.